Look, there aren't too many things in life that I'm sure of, but if somebody ever cooks these wings for you, I'm sure you should marry them. Now let's go! So here on this channel, we're not afraid of these things, these eggs. Unless we're pregnant or we have some kind of medical condition, we can eat these raw eggs, trust me. Starting with one whole egg, followed by some water, a little bit of ginger paste going in, and now we blend for about a minute. And that water we put is helping this mayonnaise get really fluffy. Now avocado oil, just slowly stream it in, just a touch of salt. Now I'm gonna add seasoned rice vinegar as my acid, some incredible miso, touch of sesame oil, lid back on, return to blending. Now we'll stream in another 1/4 cup of oil. Man, always taste before you finish using the food processor. Cheers. Now just store in some Tupperware, keep it in the fridge, and I'd be perfectly comfortable saving this for 10 days, but I try to use my mayos up within about a week. Also, that mayo is gonna thicken up in the fridge, so if it seems a little loose to you now, it's gonna get thicker. Okay, chicken wings, and for this recipe, you're gonna need only flats, which are better anyway. And to make this a little bit safer for me, I'm just gonna dry these off so they're not slippery, just like this. Okay, check it out. This one is sure to impress anyone you show this to. Lollipops. One important point I need to get across first is don't use your chef's knife for this. Use a cleaver or something designated for bones. I use this a little bit like a cleaver. This is a traditional Japanese knife called a diba, and it's meant for small fish, but I use it for poultry and I love it. So first off, we're always cutting that small end of the chicken wing, not this thick end down here. And so we're just gonna set our knife right over the back, just leaving a little bit, and then very firmly with your palm here, you're just gonna pop through, and just go ahead and repeat that with all your wings. So now we just push down on those bones, and I'm using my fingers to follow this big bone down, and then I'm just making a little slice in between. I'm pushing the big bone here, flipping it inside out so I can see the split on that joint. And from there, I'll just cut that out. Then I'll reverse the chicken wing back, and I'll just shape up a little pop like this. And there's my little guys done. Took about 20 minutes if anybody's wondering. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop these in the freezer for about 15 minutes. And this is really gonna help make the next step easy. I'm an island boy! For the next step, we get to panning. You're gonna need all-purpose flour, salt going in the flour. Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. Straight in. Full recipe's always in the description. Whisk that up. Next, eggs. Just a whole beaten egg. And finally, some panko breadcrumbs. Chicken just came out of the freezer, gonna be nice and easy to work with. I'll just tilt that bowl a little bit. Take one of my chickens and just roll it around in the flour. Put a little up there near the top, just like that, and just tap off a little excess flour. Same deal with the egg. I'm just gonna tilt and roll until that's nicely coated up. And then last but certainly not least, into the breadcrumbs, and just put them on top and just push that in. And I like to just put a little over the top at the base of the bone and just shape it a little bit with the panko, but don't push hard. And there's your wing ready for frying. Now before you fry your wings, get your plate ready. I just put my mayo in a squeeze bottle, and I'm just gonna do dots. 7 dots for 7 wings. Now check it, bros. We're gonna sprinkle some sesame seeds over. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Sonny, the plate looks so good and now it's so messy. Well, how about now? Give the plate a blow, the seeds will stay in place, and I just catch them on some parchment and then I can put them back wherever. Now we'll bring some frying oil up to 350 degrees, and I'm gonna fry these in small batches, 7 at a time, for about 6 minutes. Now just drain onto some paper towel and let these rest for a couple minutes. Now last thing to do, just set them in that sauce, like so. 1 dot of sauce for each wing. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Just feeling those sidekicks lately. All right, well, you now know how to go get your wife or your husband. Just make these, and until next time, you know I love you, and I'm out.